Hello, happy Tuesday. It's a week into February. I have been at my internship officially a week today and things started looking up. The first day, I don't know if I actually ended up vlogging that week at all. It was just like a really bad one. First day, I ended up being sick from food I was eating. So I was ill and then nothing really happened too much. And then the second day also like very underwhelming. Then the second and third day kind of picked up. Today worked pretty much the whole day. But I figured I'll do a little bit of a reading update for you guys. I was listening to Plain Bad Heroines yesterday. From first, because I finished What If You and Me, gave that 3 stars. Listened to Plain Bad Heroines, gave that 3 stars. Would probably give it less at this point, but I'm just sticking with that rating for now. Like, it was okay. It could have been much better though. 100% much better. So keep that in mind if you're gonna read it. I think it might be a better physical read than it is an audiobook read. But I feel like the book tried to do too much. Even though it had a lot of pages to do all of this, it was trying to do too much and not well. I was then also reading a physical book, which was She Would Be King by Where to Moore, and this got really weird about 80 pages in, so I DNF'd this one. I think it's good. I didn't like the direction the one chapter went, so I just gave up on it. I have now started reading Shadow Me by Tahira Mafi, and then I'm gonna pick up a new audiobook. I don't know which one as of yet, but I will mention it as soon as I start it basically. But 50 pages into Shadow Me, hoping to get to page 100 today, maybe even further. I'm gonna do 30 minutes of reading in a bit before I sit down and do more work. And then I'm also planning on starting The Hobbit. These are my last 2 like requirements for the month, I guess. Also 50-ish pages into this. I'm gonna be doing half an hour of reading of this as well today, just a bit later. And then some books that I got, from my internship. I got the Bloomsbury classic Song of Achilles by Melleny Miller. I have got Cersei, and I do have The Song of Achilles in a trade. It's a trade I have not seen before, so this will be a nice addition. The Invisible Life of Eddie LaRue. I really wanted to read this one, and now I've got it, so I'll probably end up reading this in March. It was my goal to read this year, so now I get to fulfill that dream. I then got Noble People by Sally Rooney. I did read Beautiful World Value as an audio, did not really like it too much, but I feel like her books are perhaps better as physical reads as opposed to audiobook reads. Currently trying to see if I can't get myself an art copy of The Final Strife, because I would really like to read that in either end of this month or in March, depending. So right now I'm gonna go have some coffee, and then I'm gonna do some reading and then get to work for the evening before my boyfriend gets here. So that's the plan. I will chat to you sometime soon. Hello, happy Thursday. This week has been a bit of a sparse updating. In fact, February has been sparse in general. As you can see, this is not my house. I am currently house sitting for my friend. I'm gonna be here for the next 2 or so weeks, which I'm fine with, but I figured I'd do some updating. I listened to a book yesterday called Sweet Hands. I finished it, started and finished it yesterday, gave it 3 stars. It was pretty meh. It was not the best romance I've read or listened to. I feel like it followed the formula to a T. Romances are what they are, but I feel like the author could have chosen her scenes a lot better and worked on the chemistry between the 2 characters a lot more, because they lacked chemistry, like a lot. The only thing that really stood out for me, or like that made their chemistry or made their relationship make sense, was, the thin line between love and hate, but she relied too much on that to carry their relationship. And I feel like they were fighting so much, like such petty fights. If you are an adult, there are gonna be moments where you're gonna be petty and it's gonna make sense to be slightly childish, but then there are gonna be times where I'm like, I wouldn't fight like this. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Did that, I listened to that, gave it 3 stars, a very low 3 stars. I think it barely made it in, because everything on Callpal has got like a 5. It was so average. And then today I listened to Run Rose Run by Dolly Parton and James Patterson. So with that, I also got a 3 star. I've only read 1 non-3 star, and that is The Last Wish. The rest have been 3 stars, or one was a DNF. Like that's so far my current reading trend, is reading pretty average books that I'm like not like upset to have read, but I'm like meh. Dolly Parton book was a lot better. It's described as a thriller, but it's more like a country fiction book with a sprinkle of mystery as opposed to like a full-on thriller. I didn't like really get those thriller vibes. And then I'm obviously currently reading Shadow Me. I'm about to read more of it. I'm gonna try and maybe finish it today. I do still have 2 hours left of my freelance work to do, but I do want to try and finish this so I can get started on The Hobbit. I'm just like on a reading roll right now. I've read 5 books for Feb, and it's only the 10th, which is insane. Yes, a majority of them have been audiobooks, but you know, if you can do it, do it. And with work right now, I can listen to audiobooks, and it's like a whole new experience for me, because all my other work, all my other jobs that I've had, I've never been able to listen to audiobooks, and now I can, so it's kind of like, so yeah, I'm hoping to finish this. I have got an arc to share with you, but I'll share it with you when I start reading it, because I think I might just do a vlog for it on its own little baby vlog. But yeah, I've made some matcha. I'm gonna read this and hopefully I can finish it. Good morning, happy Saturday. It's been a couple of days since I have updated you, but I figured I'll quickly pop in and do just that. So I finished reading Shadow Me by Tahira Murphy. I gave it 4 stars. It is probably the only non-3-star except for The Last Wish that I have at the moment. The rest are all 3 stars. It's 1 DNF, but I don't really rate those, so I don't count those in my ratings. But yeah, that's kind of insane. I have also since then listened to A Brush with Love. It's kind of a dentistry me-cue kind of thing, but I feel like the dentistry just took a huge step back. It was so incorporated in the beginning, and then it kind of just, you know, and I don't know if it's to indicate the love interests, our main characters, are changing focus a little bit in regarding life or whatever the case is. So I feel like if you're going to introduce something so hectically in the beginning, you should kind of continue on with it. Like the dentistry only comes back in like exam or ditzy moments from our main character, well, our main female love interest. Other than that, I have started reading The Hobbit. I didn't start yesterday, I started this morning actually. I'm not too far in at the moment. This book is definitely, I wouldn't say like more difficult to get through. It's quite fun to read. I'm enjoying my reading experience, but I am reading it slower. So, you know, coming from a physical read that was like this, because that's what Shadow Me is like. It's just quick. I keep snapping my hand. I can't snap with this hand. Can you tell? But it's like, it's just quick. It is efficient, and it just like gets you through. This is like, it's like, okay, so Tahira Murphy's book is like vanilla ice cream. It's great. There's nothing wrong with it. It's great. It's easy. It's fun. But The Hobbit is like a Mozart cake. I don't know if you ever had those, but those come in like in layers, and it's got like this creamy layer in between the main layers. Well, in between all the layers, there's like 5 or 6, I think. And then it's those like the cake layer, because it's like a very thin cake, and it's complex, it's difficult to do, but it's so worth it in the end. I don't know, I feel like a Mozart cake is just something that I'm craving right now. I used to have them a lot when I was younger, and I haven't had since I was like 12, I swear. And now I'm just like in the lookout for a Mozart cake that just it's gonna like amaze me. But yeah, this morning nothing much is happening. I'm gonna be reading. I want to try and maybe get to page 100 of this book today. That would be great. Maybe I can try and finish it tomorrow or something along those lines. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know. Today I am in the need to go home and get some groceries, you know, instead of going to the grocery store to shop. I'm just gonna shop at my own house. After that, I have a date with my boyfriend. We're going adventure golfing, which is gonna be so great. Then yeah, I don't know where the day will take me. I do want to try and get some work hours in for my freelance job. I do have an article that I can edit, and it's about 3,500 words. So hopefully that will give me at least 2 to 3 hours worth of work, because at the moment I'm quite behind on the hours that I wanted to have at this given time. I wanted to have 30. I have like 5. So that's kind of a Debbie Downer, but that's okay. I'm gonna make some progress in this, and I will keep you looped. I've made myself some matcha. Although it is Sunday, I'm kind of doing some Sunday things like cleaning up, doing some laundry for the new week and everything. I'm about to listen to an audiobook. I can't tell you what it's called right now. I think it's like Devolution or something. It's, I think, based on a true crime. So I'm gonna do that. I have to wash some dishes that I used this week, and then I might read some more of The Hobbit today. I'm looking on page 50. As far as I was yesterday, I didn't read more of it, essentially. And then I have got to do some work, but I'm gonna pop home a bit later to get my computer, and then maybe I can just do the work on there. I don't mind doing the editing and stuff on my laptop, but it's so much easier when you have a bigger screen to do it on. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Hi, hello. I am clearly in different clothes, a little bit more comfortable, mainly because in a while, probably once the heat of the day is kind of gone, I'm going to take the Floofer for a walk. I have listened more to my audiobook, which is Devolution by Max Brooks. He wrote World War Z, apparently, so that's pretty cool. I'm 20% in. It's really interesting. I'm excited to continue listening to it tomorrow. I'm probably not going to keep listening to it today. I've done pretty much everything that would require me to listen, or will provide me the opportunity to listen to something. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way.
Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no, you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side.
Hi friends, hello. Happy Tuesday. I hope you had a great Valentine's Day. I had a great one. I actually left my present that I got from my boyfriend in my car, but it's one of those reversible octopuses, which is so cute. We have to decide on a name on it for it still, so that's still up in the air. However, I figured I'd quickly do a bit of a reading update for you. So I can't remember if I updated you yesterday or not, but I did read Devolution yesterday. I gave that 5 stars. It was a phenomenal read. Devolution follows 2 characters. We have our interviewer, who happens to be the writer of the book. He's kind of made himself a character in his novel. And then we have our other character, who is Liz. I want to say, I don't know, I didn't really catch her name. Sometimes with the audiobooks, the names stick, sometimes they don't. She lives in this like super green community, you know, like they use solar power to power the house, they use methane gas to warm the houses. They're super connected, but they're also like super green. There's this like community that has been created by another character in the book, and then something tragic happens. The volcano close to Seattle just explodes, and so they're kind of cut off from civilization and rescue, and some things start happening. And I've given that book 5 stars. I thought it was phenomenal. I liked the way the story was told through interviews and journal entries. So great. And then today I listened to The Wife Upstairs. It was one of the books I wanted to read this year. I heard that a lot of people really liked it, so I was like, okay, let me give it a go. Let me see how I feel. I kind of felt underwhelmed. I love the classic Rebecca. I've never read it. I've watched so many like adaptations, and I've read so many adaptations of the book and stuff, and this one was good. I like the spin that I took in the end. I don't want to give it away because it does spoil if I do, but I really did enjoy it. I thought it was great, but I did give it 3 stars, so it was pretty mediocre, but it was a good high 3-star read. But yeah, I liked it. Wasn't the best I've ever read, like the best thriller, but it was interesting nonetheless. I have some great news. So as you would have seen with the earlier clips, that I was packing some boxes, and as it turns out, one of them was for me, and that is A House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J Maas. I got this from Jonathan Bull, so a huge thank you to them. I'm kind of matching today, so feeling kind of cute. But yeah, I did read Crescent City. I gave it 4 stars. I thought I really enjoyed it, but I did find that it was maybe not her best work. But I am excited to reread it, give it a go. I tend to like Sarah J Maas's books more when I've reread them after the hype has kind of died down of the first book. So I'm excited to read this in March. That's the plan at the moment. Right now I have about 2.5 hours of work that I want to get through before the pay day closes, because today's the 15th for my freelance job. So I'm about to get going on that. And then I have like the evening to myself, which is pretty exciting. I have nothing else to update you on. My life is pretty boring at the moment, besides for this little book mail thing and, you know, the books I'm reading at work. I must say that I am heavily impressed with myself. Wait, hold on, I'm just being lazy. I'm heavily impressed with myself because I have read 9 books for the month thus far, or like 10 now, I think, which is insane, and I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying the fact that I'm reading a lot. It's making me excited to post and everything, so there is that. Hi friends, so I just wanted to quickly pop on. It's Saturday. I haven't updated you at all pretty much this week regarding my reading, so I figured why not now. So obviously on Monday I listened to A Brush with Love. I gave it 3 stars. I think I did talk about that. And then I listened to Devolution, which I really liked. Definitely liked it a lot. I think I think it's 4 or 5 stars. I'm not entirely sure. I think it's more 5 stars though. I also listened to Boyfriend Material. I gave that 4 stars. Then I listened to You Are Not Alone by the author duo that really got popular a couple of years ago. They write a lot of thrillers together. I gave that 4 stars. It was really good. I'm interested to see more of their work. I then listened to Quality Land on Friday. Gave that 4 stars. It was a really interesting, funny read, and I really enjoyed it. It was more of a sci-fi, which is a little bit of a break from all of the thrillers, but it was like a light sci-fi that I feel like anyone can get into, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's like a futuristic world where corporations like Amazon have taken over, and it's just overall really exciting. I also picked up People We Meet on Vacation. I want to say over 15% into that at the moment. I want to try and finish it today. I am buddy reading it with someone, and we are supposed to be reading 6 chapters a day kind of thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit, and every 6 chapters I'm just going to write my overall thoughts on those chapters, and then when my partner has read them, I'm just going to tell her what I feel, because I really want to plow through that and read it. I feel like I can finish it today. And then I wanted to pick up Vampire Academy today. I'm obviously not going to finish The Hobbit this week until we've watched further into the Hobbit series. My boyfriend and I, we decided that instead of me just powering through the book, we're going to watch the movies, and I'll read up until the end of that movie in the book and see how it kind of relates. It's just like a fun way of doing it. There's no rhyme or reason necessarily, but it just seemed like a fun idea at the time. So that's what I'm doing. I read up until page 130 of that. So the idea is to read People We Meet on Vacation today, finish that off as much as I can, and then maybe pick up Vampire Academy tomorrow. And then I have a bunch of other books on my TBR that are not necessarily like a requirement. I've already met everything for the month so far, except for The Hobbit and then the 2 Witcher books, which are like these 2 figures. But I don't have those books on hand at the moment, so I'm not going to stress too much about not having read them as of yet. I'll probably just move them on to next month, or if I can get them this week, that would be great. But once again, not a requirement for life. And yeah, that's kind of the update I have for you right now. My boyfriend and I are going to go watch The King's Man a bit later. That is the prequel movie to the Kingsman series, which I really liked and enjoyed. So we're gonna watch that. We were gonna watch Uncharted, but we kind of decided we're not in the mood for that action at the moment, and we'll probably end up watching The Hobbit tomorrow or something like that. So that's the update I have for you right now. I do have some work to catch up on, like freelance work that I need to do. So, and then I'll probably end up playing some Valorant, if I'm being honest.